control our mind. So I would like one of you, Divyanshi, or someone who can chant the shlokas, please. Who would like to chant today? Shall I?
Sir, can I?
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Kratrunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurame Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvata Ankikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarvavagmayam Aharyam Chandrataradi Tam Namaha Satvikam Shivam Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhar Bhavatu Me Sada Ya Kundendu Sharahara Davalaya Shubra Ritaya Veena Vardhana Manditakara Shweta Padmasana या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृति भी देवै सदा पूजिता समा पातु सरस्वती भगवती शेषाढ्यापहा सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांतिः
Hariom.
Om Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Children, our class is 1 hour. So in the class, we will not ask question which we can ask in the end. We want to finish all the verses today so that next class will be the new chapter. Any questions you have, if it is pertaining to that topic, then you can ask, raise the hand. And all the questions which we can discuss later on, I am very happy. We will sit and discuss it. So today Akash will be introducing to the class. Akash, go ahead, Akash. You are muted.
Yes. Hariom. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Salutation to the lineage starting with Lord Sadashiva with Adi Shankara in the middle and continuing up to my immediate teacher. Dear friends, welcome to this session of Bhagwad Gita class. In today's class, we will continue to study the 9th chapter on Raja Vidya Rajaguhya Yoga, and we'll take up the last 5 verses from 9.30 to 9.34. These verses will be explained by Pragnya, Samriddhi, Aditi Salve, Atit, and Heshikesh. In story time, Padma is going to tell us about Sri Rangam temple. Atharva Salve will tell us the story of Gora Kumbhar. Darshil will tell us about Valmiki, and Swastik will talk about 7 chakras. But now, before we commence the study of verses, our revered teacher Dr. Sachin sir will give us an introduction of today's class. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And this is what I want children, you to speak about the class, you to take over some topics of the class like Akash has done today. You please come forward. For every class, I want a new kid to give the introduction, tell the topics today's, and even summarize it.
Sir, can I do next class?
Yeah, you can do, Swastik. Before starting the class, as Akash already has done, I also want to revere my gurus. The children who are new, please pay attention. Whatever today we are learning is because of these 2 gurus. One is in the white shirt, Dr. Timmappa Hegde. He has taken me through this journey of spiritual understanding. And sitting in the orange robes is Swami Paramarthananda ji. Timmappa Hegde sir is a neurosciences head and is from Bangalore. And Swamiji is from the lineage of Chinmaya Mission. He is in Chennai. So anytime you wish to see them, meet them, I will arrange with the family. We can go and meet them and ask your questions, inquire more in understanding of Bhagavad Gita or anything you want to know. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The summary we have done many times. We have divided this entire 9th chapter into the 6 following heading. First 3, second 7, then the next 5, next more 5, and the last 10. What is the secret knowledge as given here? Can anyone tell me? It is the king's knowledge. Because why do we say king? Because he is very rich. But the richness here is not materialistic, not about money. The richness here is about your knowing your mind and spiritual richness. I think Darshil wants to say something. Darshil, you have raised hand.
Yes.
Yeah, you tell me what is the secret given here.
Money is not important for us. The importance for us is education and respecting others and being
Humble.
humble and honest.
Very good, Darshil. Very nice. Excellent. Clap for Darshil. Utsav, आपको भी कुछ बोलना है?
Yes, sir, I'm telling that it is the Raja Vidya.
Correct. So it is Raja Vidya. Why Raj means king? Kings are rich by not only materialistic, but also by, as he said, by being humble, by being human, more human, and by understanding the knowledge, mind, not money. So that is important secret. Also, there are few more secrets given in this is the knowledge of Brahman.
There is a knowledge of
God.
Brahman, that means attributeness.
Correct, attributeless. Another knowledge which I found is how to worship Brahman. How there are many ways. We will see that. And there are different.
Tamasik, Rajasic, and Sattvic way.
Okay, Vishnu wants to say the different ways. Go ahead.
Sir, can you tell the bhakti?
Okay, go ahead. Tell.
Sir, one is the bhakti which we worship many gods.
Okay,
Then is only one God. Then we worship ourselves.
that's right. So, Aneka Rupa Bhakti, Eka Rupa Bhakti,
And sir, Mandam bhakti.
Manda Bhakti, Madhyama Bhakti, and Uttama Bhakti. Okay, means good, better, and best, like that. And also, he describes the jnanis or the wise people. How do they do it? And finally, very important secret is given in this chapter. No other chapter is giving this. The promise of Shri Krishna to all of you kids that by understanding this secret, it
Can I go to the restroom?
you can go. Anyone wants to go to the restroom, please go, but don't have to interrupt the class. So the most important secret is promise given by Lord Shri Krishna. After knowing this knowledge, you can pass any exams, you can cross any hurdles, and you can win any medals. This is the promise given by Shri Krishna, not by me or any teacher. Shri Krishna is none other than the avatar of Lord Vishnu.
Sir, this promise is given by the highest teacher.
Correct. So highest teacher has given. So this is one more secret. So we have seen so many secrets. Remember it, because we might have one more quiz competition on 9th chapter later on. But first, why not?
Today.
Today, no. Today, everyone is not prepared. And I have to yet distribute the competition and prizes and gifts of the last competition, which I have not done yet.
Sir, when
So-
you'll do?
I will do it. I will do it this week or
Today?
next week. Not today. Next, maybe coming week, I will distribute it.
Sir,
I have to-
everybody will give. Everybody.
Everybody who has participated will get.
Sir,
Yes,
can you send the PowerPoint? Sir, can you send the We have to put our address and our name.
Yeah, you send me the address and the your name to my email or my WhatsApp. Anyway, now that we know this chapter is talking about bhakti, there is a very sincere bhakt of Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu in Maharashtra is worshipped as Vithala. Many of you must be knowing this story, but we will listen through Atharv Salve. Okay, Atharv, go ahead. You can tell your story about Gora Kumbhar.
Yes, sir. In one village, there was Santa Gora Kumbhar. He was a devotee of Lord Vittal. He was a portrier. One day, Gora Kumbhar was chanting prayer and his wife went to river to take water and left the baby in the garden. Then his baby was playing in the garden. Then he came in the mud, but Gora Kumbhar was busy in chanting prayer, and his baby came under his feet. He killed his baby, but he was busy in chanting prayer, so he didn't know that he killed his baby. When Gora Kumbhar's wife came from the river, she was searching for her baby. When she was asking Gora Kumbhar that time, she saw blood was in mud under Gora Kumbhar's feet. His wife was crying because the blood was their baby. When Gora Kumbhar knew, he cutted his hand. He was portrier, so he could not work. So Lord Vittal and Rukmini came in his home as workers, and Lord Vittal took Gora Kumbhar's work. So Lord Vittal gave Santa Gora Kumbhar his hands back. Thank you.
Very nice story. Excellent, nice presentation you have made also. And it is your first story, but you did very well. Thank you, Athar. Children, the moral of the story is, as we have seen in the last few verses of this chapter 9th, worship is not depending upon how you do it. It is the motive behind it. So if you consider your work as worship, like Gora Kumbhar did it, everything what he did is for Lord Vithala. His Vithala means Vishnu. And while doing like in that manner, he forgot everything. He forgot himself. He forgot he was married, he has a children, he was looking after his child. Even that much worship when he does, Lord actually not just gave his hand back and served him, but he also gave his son back. His son was given back to Gora Kumbhar. So the story ends with a very happy note. Okay, children. So whatever you do from today, you have to do with full concentration, and every time in behind your mind should be Lord, whichever Lord you like, maybe Vishnu or maybe Shiva, Parvati, Lakshmi. You should always chant.
Hanuman.
Okay, Hanuman. You should chant Hanuman or mantras. When you do that, then only you'll get the power. Then only you will be gifted, and then only you will be blessed.
Then only we can fly like Hanuman.
Okay. So just to correct our pronunciation, Madam is there today. Ma'am, are you available?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So Rama Madam is actually teaching our kids the chanting. But in the last competition, she found some mistakes. Today she is here again to tell us what mistakes can be corrected and how we can pronounce this in a better manner in the next competition. So please listen to her carefully. In the next 10-15 minutes, she will explain it. Madam, which slide should I play?
The new slide. Yeah, this is the one. Hariom. Good evening, children. So today let us learn the Visarga pronunciation, especially the vowels preceding the Visarga. Visarga is the two dot, aha, aha. Anuswara is aha is Visarga. A Visarga is always preceded by a swara. Swara is vowel. Okay. Now, every beginning of the chapter, you have this yogaha, bhakti yogaha, sannyasa yogaha. That yogaha, see, for all the things they give H, a dot under H. The vowel preceding that will decide how to pronounce, like yogaha, Y-O-G-A-H, yogaha. Okay, so bhakti yogaha. And you find this very commonly in all the shlokas. So that is, you have to pronounce it as yogaha. And then the next one is the longer version of this vowel, that is aha. Okay, that is aha. You will find a bar upon the vowel, then that is elongated one. You have to elongate one, then that's a long vowel. Aha. See in the shlok.
Aha, not aha.
No, this is a second one I'm explaining. Second one, Ramaha.
No.
Yoga Vittamaha, like 12.01. If you have the book with you, you will see that 12.01 is Ye chapyakshara avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. That means, see, even there H will be there. You can see yoga hyphen then vittamaha, H dot, there's a dot below H. There is a dot below H in one also. That is short vowel, long vowel, they all have the same H under, dot under H. So that means the vowel behind it. In the second one, you see vittamaha, M-A, no sir, same slide, M-A is there, no? That A, double A, long vowel A, you have to tell it elongated one, vittamaha. Okay, you can refer to 12.01, then you will say yoga vittamaha. Then moving on to the third vowel, that is E. Ihi. You should say it as Ihi. Buddhihi. 12.14. On the second line, Mayarpita Mano Buddhihi. Even here you see H, there is a dot under H. In all the visargas, they just keep a dot under H. But the vowel preceding it we have to pronounce in that way only. Buddhihi. Okay, children? Mayarpita Mano Buddhihi. Then the longer version of the same ikara, that is ihi. Then in the verse 15.13, Pushnami Chaushadhihi. Okay, that means even H, there is a dot under H. Behind that is I, that is longer vowel, Chaushadhihi. Hope I am clear. Are you able to catch?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Okay. Ihi
No.
buddhihi chaushadhihi. That is ihi. And the next vowel is U. In the verse 9.06, that is Vayuhu. Yathakashasthito nityam Vayuhu. Uhu. There you have to say it as U. The preceding the visarga is U. That is, you have to pronounce it as Vayuhu. So that is Vayuhu. Vayuhu. Now we have understood. And then the Vuhu. Then I did not find a shloka with the Vuhu. Anyway, it will be there. I will look into some other time and then share with you. So there is a Sanskrit word called vadhu, that is the daughter-in-law. So vadhu, that you can say. And the next one is a, the next part, sir. Yeah, ye, that is a, is a combination of two vowels. A plus e is a, is called guna sandhi. Maybe you have heard in Sanskrit or Kannada or Hindi, all languages have the same rules of guna sandhi. So this is buddhehe. I forgot to quote the shloka number for this. Anyway, it is a very common thing. Buddhehe, yehe. That's how yeyi you have to pronounce. And then number 8 is ai, plus a is I, that is vruddhi sandhi. So in the verse 12.15, yasmanno dvijate loko lokanno dvijate cha yaha harshamarshya bhayodvegaihi vegaihi. So that is, you have to pronounce it as aihi. And then the next one is o, oho, pakshayoho. In the verse 14.25, you say manapamanayoho. Then manapamanayo stulyo mitrari pakshayoho. There you see pakshayoho. That is how you have to pronounce oho. And then u is au. Usually I did not find, maybe I have not referred properly. So auhu, you have to solicit. There is a word called dyau. Dyau is the space. Dyauhu, that is au. That is how you have to pronounce all this. Taking care to observe the vowel preceding the visarga will decide the pronunciation. I hope I am clear. I have tried my best to explain
madam.
this.
Yes. It's a difficult topic for the newcomers like Darshil, Manav, but
Yeah.
we will go on explaining them as the verses come, and it will be
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Yes.
ma'am, which sloka is in 9th chapter? Which sloka is that?
For what?
Which
Uhu,
chapter?
Vayuhu, 9.06.
Yes.
9.06.
Yeah.
So
Yathakasha sthito.
Sir,
yes.
sir, in Mahabharata there is a priest called Dhaumya.
Dhaumya.
Yes. Rushi, not priest. He is a Rushi. Dhaumya, he had a disciple called. Do you know his disciple?
When will I
Yeah.
tell my story?
Little
Okay.
bit patient, Dirshil. We'll come to your story. Madam is saying something. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dhaumya had a disciple, Shishya, called Uddalaka. He was an ardent student of that guru. He is known for that.
Sir, I
Very
think
obedient.
sir,
Yeah.
Dhaumya only told Yudhishthira to pray to sun god for the that patra, that patra.
Okay. Vishnu, can you make that story for the next class or next to next class? Okay. Let us move ahead. We will come back to our today's class. Akash has already described this verse, and Nitila also, where God says how to come to me. Who will pray God for every moment, they are definitely going to come to him. Those who don't also, at least in the end when they pray, they'll come to him. Now we go to prayers in different temples, and that's why I want children to tell the stories of the temple which they are visited to, or they are nearby their villages, and those who are important in the geography of our country and which are very ancient. One of those temple of Swayam Vishnu, which is called as Ranganathayar, It is in Srirangam, that is in the district Trichy. So let us listen to this story from Padma, who is from a nearby village of Trichy. Padma, over to you.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, clear.
Namaste to all. Today I'm going to talk about the temple Srirangam. Srirangam temple is a Hindu temple dedicated to Sri Ranganatha, located in the Srirangam, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. It is one of the most important temples of worshipping Lord Vishnu, including Nam Perumal, which means our God in Tamil, and Alagiya Manavalan, which means beautiful groom in Tamil. Srirangam temple is India's largest temple compound and one of the world's greatest religious complexes. The Srirangam temple is constructed in Hindu architectural style and is believed to be constructed during the Vijayanagara Empire, a period. The temple follows and worships the Tenpalai tradition of Sri Vaishnavism. Srirangam temple is also called as Ranganatha Swami temple. So, the location of Srirangam temple. The Ranganatha Swami temple at Srirangam, also known as Periyakoil, and Srirangam Tirupati, is located about 12 kilometers north of the city of Tiruchirappalli. History about Srirangam temple. The temple was first built by the Chola ruler Dharmavarma. Due to the Kaveri river flood, it destroyed the temple and later it was rebuilt by Vallavan. Architecture of Srirangam temple. The temple is enclosed by 7 concentric enclosures with courtyards. Each layer has walls and gopurams, which were built or fortified in and after the 16th century. The temple has 12 gopurams, 39 pavilions, 50 shrines, 9 sacred water pools, Hariom Kal Mandapam, which means a hall of 100 pillars, and several small water bodies inside. The 50 shrines are dedicated to Vishnu, Lakshmi, as well as various Vaishnava scholars and poets. There are 21 gopurams, among which the towering Raja Gopuram is the tallest temple tower in Asia. The temple is aligned to the north, south, and east-west on an island surrounded by the Kaveri River. The Ranganatha Swami temple town has over 800 inscriptions, of which nearly 640 are on temple walls and monuments. The historic inscriptions of Ranganatha Swami temple are in 6 major Indian languages, which are Tamil, Sanskrit, Kannada, Telugu, Marathi, and Odia. There are 12 gopurams, which are the tower gateways, among which the towering Raja Gopuram, which is the shrine of the main gateway, is the tallest temple tower in Asia. The festivals in Srirangam temple. The annual gold ornament cleaning festival is called the Jayas Tabhisheka and is celebrated during the Tamil month of June and July. The icons of all deities are abluted with water brought in large vessels of gold and silver. The annual temple chariot festival called Rathotsavam is celebrated during the Tamil month of January, and the processional deity Utsava is taken around the temple in a temple car. The Chitra Purnima is a festival based on a mythological incident of Gajendra Moksha, which is the elephant crocodile. Lastly, I would conclude by stating that Srirangam temple is a glorified, beautiful, and is one of South India's rich in legend and history temple to be visited. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad, and very nice way of explaining entire history from the Chola dynasty and recently what it has been done. And it is a real heritage for our country. Whenever you get time, you should visit this place. Coming to today's first verse, Pragya, you are ready? You can explain this verse.
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Let Madam chant for us and then you explain, okay?
Yes.
हरिओम अपि चेत् सुदुराचारो भजते मामनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः अपि चेत् Suduracharaha. Charo. Okay. Charo, both are same. Yes. Can you repeat, please?
Pragnya.
Api
Yes,
chet
please. Api chet
suduracharo
suduracharo
bhajate.
bhajate
Bha is Mahapran there. You have to aspirate. Bhajate
bhajate
mam ananya bhak.
mam
Vam
ananya
Ananya
bhak.
Pak.
Darshil, it is for Pragnya, and after that we will also chant. Okay, till that time we will listen.
Sadhureva. Mute. You mute your thing. Okay. You mute and chant. Sadhureva samantavyaha
Sadhureva samantavyah
samyak vyavasito hi saha.
samyak vyavasito hisaha.
Okay, now let us chant the full thing. Api chet suduracharaha
Abhishek Sudachara
bhajate mamananya bhak.
Bhajate
Sadhureva samantavyaha here sadhu Mahaprana, you should pronounce Mahaprana there. Sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. Okay, nice.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Pragya.
Sir, I had prepared my own slide.
Yes, your slide is there. Here.
So you can go to the next slide. The meaning of this verse is, even if the vilest sinners worship me with extreme devotion, they are to be considered righteous because they have the proper resolve. To further explain this, we will talk about liberation. Liberation from sins is by prayashchitta. Prayashchitta is by realizing our sins and submission to the Brahman. Here, confession is made to him, and through his japa, we overcome our bad karma. We can explain this better with the example of sage Valmiki. He was a hunter by profession, and killing of innocent animals made him sinful. As per the advice of Guru Narada, he started meditating the Ramanam. Unable to recite the syllable Ram, he recited Mara, translated to tree in Old Kannada. Repeated recitation of Mara as Mara, Mara, Mara led to Rama. The above prayashchitta of Valmiki made him the greatest saint we know, and he authored the Ramayana. Sri Krishna also states, "Call me by any name, assume me in any form, but the real prayashchitta will wash away the sins committed and lead you to me." Thank you, Sachin sir, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all. Hariom.
Thank you. And that story actually is going to be explained by Darshil today. Darshil, over to you.
Sir.
Darshil, go ahead.
Where is the screen?
Please go ahead. Explain. We are listening to you, Darshil. Go ahead.
Valmiki lived in the I think 1 second, only a 1 minute, okay?
Okay. So what Krishna is trying to tell,
1 minute.
yeah, you can take your time. Krishna is trying to tell those who have made lot of sins also. But during that sin, they have remembered God. They have asked for forgiveness from Lord Vishnu himself. That people also can get moksha. But that doesn't mean that we should do sin and then ask. So that is not the meaning we should take. Those who by accidentally or
I
by
want to
their...
start a story. I want to start the story.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Once Valmiki lived during the Treta Yoga. In his early life, Valmiki's name was Raktar. He would draw people for his living.
Okay. Yeah, he will kill people for his living then, or rob.
Once the robber tried to rob the divine sage Naradana for sustaining his family. Naradan asked him if his family would share the sin he was incurring due to the robbery.
Correct. So he went and asked to his family, right? That whether anyone will share his sins. Then what happened?
The robber returned home and asked his family if they were ready to share whatever sins he has committed. The robber was shocked to learn that none agreed to the bear of the burden of his sin.
Correct.
Dejected, the robber finally understood the truth of life and asked Narada for forgiveness. Narada taught robber mantra salvation Rama.
Okay, you're right. Go ahead.
It's not coming 1 second.
Okay, take your time.
Raktar was unable to utter the word Rama. So Narayana asked him to repeat the name in the reverse order. Thus Raktar started chanting the name in reverse order. Mara, 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 Mara. Soon became Rama, Rama, Rama. Following Narada's advice, he sat in meditation, chanting Ram for many years, during which his body became covered in an anthill. Following Narada's advice, he sat in meditation, chanting Ram for many years, through which his body became covered in an anthill. Narada returned and uncovered the sage from the anthill and bestowed on his name Valmiki, which means one who born out of the anthills. Valmiki, the composer of an epic Ramayana, consists Adi Kavi, the composer of the first ever Sanskrit sloka. Thank you everyone and the host.
Thank you very much. Very nicely explained. Very good, very good. So this is what those who are committing any sins also, with the blessings of even the Ram Japam, they can get to moksha, liberation, as Valmiki turned himself into a saint. Samriddhi's next verse, which explains if the sinners can go into liberation, they get liberation, what will happen to those who are not sinners? Those who are studying Gita, those who are very sincere in their efforts, what will happen to them? Go ahead, Samriddhi. First, Madam will explain, chant the verse. After that, Samriddhi will.
Okay. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा. There are two Mahapranas, Bhavati and Dharmatma. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा.
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा.
Shashvachantim nigachati. This is second Mahaprana of chantim gachati. Shashvachantim
Shashvachantim
nigachati.
nigachati.
Nigachati. Mahaprana.
Nigachati.
Good. Kaunteya pratijanihi.
Kaunteya pratijanihi.
Name bhaktaf. There is Mahaprana, sorry, Mahaprana also, and then Visarga. In front of Visarga, you got Pakara. Pa is there, you should pronounce it as af. Bhaktaf pranashyati.
Name bhaktaf pranashyati.
Very good. So let us all chant together. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma.
Bhavati
Shashvachantim nigachati. Kaunteya pratijanihi. See, there is a Kaunteya, don't make it elongate. There is only short vowel, Y-A, isn't it? No bar on top of that. Kaunteya pratijanihi. Na me bhaktah pranashyati.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So the meaning of this verse is, quickly they become virtuous and attain lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that no devotee of mine is ever lost. How can devotees be considered respectable merely for having made the correct resolve? Sri Krishna explains that if they continue the process of exclusive devotion with unflinching faith in God, their hearts will become purified and they will swiftly develop saintly virtues. Divine virtues emanate from God Himself. He is perfectly just, truthful, compassionate, loving, merciful, etc. Since we souls are His tiny parts, we are all naturally drawn to these godly qualities. But the process of becoming virtuous remains an elusive mystery. From childhood, we have heard that we must speak the truth, serve others, be free from anger, etc. And yet, we are not able to put those teachings into practice for the simple reason that our mind is impure. Without the purification of the mind, blemishes of character cannot be eradicated fully and permanently. Further, Sri Krishna asks Arjun to boldly declare that his devotees will never perish. He says that his bhaktas will never come to rule. Thereby, he says that he personally carries the burden of maintaining those who depend upon him and engage in exclusive devotion unto him. Thank you.
Thank you, Samriddhi, for that nice explanation. Also, I would like to add that, children, there is something for a human being. There are goals. Like you have food. There is a goal of the food is for your nutrition, isn't it? Now, if you eat curd rice, you take little pickle. Or do you do this? You take little curd rice and eat lot of pickle. Which one is right?
A
Anyone?
lot of curd rice and little
Lesser pickle.
Lot of curd rice and little pickle.
curd
Correct.
rice and little pickle.
Correct. So I will explain this why I showed these two slides. So you are saying this one is right, correct? So for human life, there are few things, goals has to be achieved. Like take an example of bow.
The
So-
four goals: dharma, artha, kama, moksha.
Correct. So first is artha, the needs. Everyone has basic needs. House, then clothing, food, water, everything. That is artha, needs. So a bow is single, needs are less. But there is something called as kama, desires. They are like the arrows, many arrows. So many desires. But if this bow and arrow are with a rightful person, like Rama, who is dharmic, who is always on the right path, then and then only your goal, that is moksha goal, will be targeted.
Sir, it will only happen if it's with a good, means a dharma, who has dharma, bhakti person, or the one who has a lot of bhakti,
Correct.
like Arjuna, Krishna.
Yes, and like even you, Vishnu, if you are doing everything rightfully, like when you are playing cricket with your friends, and you know that the person is not out, so you will not just say, oh, you are out and leave the bat. You will say, okay, you are not out, you play again, right? That is what you should be, a umpire within yourself. You should not umpire only for yourself. So again, I will explain. This is very difficult to understand, but as a child, you will understand that needs are very less, like a one bow. But there are many desires we all have. But if our need and desires are aligned in dharmic way or rightful way, if they're aligned by a proper way, then only you hit the right target. That is the final goal of a human being. It is moksha. With this, we also understand one more example. If there is a race in animals, see, we are humans, but there are other beings also. Do they have these goals? So let us see with this example. There is a race in animal like a dog. What will happen if the animal comes first or second? Doesn't matter for him. The animals are worried which food is good, and they are worried about what is given in food. They're not worried who comes first or second. Same way, for us, we are animals. If you don't understand, the only race which a human being is running is for the liberation, for the freedom, for the ultimate happiness and peace. None other than that should be satisfying him. If he is satisfied only with desires or only the needs, then he is not he is equating himself or degrading himself to an animal level. So this is the meaning from this verse. And I think, Swastik, we will push your seven chakras in the next class. Let us finish this class with our verses, okay? Aditi, Aditi, you are okay. Madam, go ahead, madam.
Okay. Mam hi parthavyapashritya येऽपि स्युः पापयोनयः स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्राः तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम् मां हि पार्थ व्यपाश्रित्य. पार्थ is Mahaprana. Mamhi. Ma Partha
Partha
Vyapashritya.
Yafyashritya
Vyapashritya.
Vipashritya
Yepi
Yepi
Syuf
Yu
Papayonayaha.
Papayonayaha
Striyo
Striyo
Vaishyas Tatha
Vaishyas
Shudraha
Shudraha
Tepi Yanti
Tepi Yanti
Param Gatim.
Paramgatan.
Very good.
We will
Now
all
let us
chant
all,
together.
yeah. Mam hi partha vyapashritya. See again, partha, kaunteya. If you say that, it becomes a strilinga, feminine gender. Partha, it becomes, it's not referring to Arjuna. So Arjuna or Krishna, whatever it is. So kaunteya, you should not elongate. Also partha, you should not elongate. You should say mam hi partha vyapashritya. Yepi syuh papayonayaha. Striyo vaishyas-tatha shudraha. Tepi yanti param gatim.
Go ahead.
Partha, O Arjuna, Abhistriya, even woman, Vaishya, Shudra, Tathathe api, and those, yestu, who are Papa,
Papayonayaha.
Papayonayaha, of singing full birth,
Sinful.
he, yahi, yanti,
Certainly
certainly attains
Param Gatim.
Paramgatin, the supreme goal,
Vyapashritya.
Prapashitya, by taking refuge in Mama, me, Mom. O Arjuna, even women, Vaishya, Shudra, and those who are of sinful birth, of suddenly attained the supreme goal by taking refuge in me. Thank you. Hariom.
Nice, Aditi. For the first time, it's very good. But with little practice before the class, you will do even better. I'm sure about it. Madhav, you have raised your hand. You want to ask something?
Sir, I didn't raise hand, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sharav, your hand is raised. Divyanshi's hand is raised.
Yes, sir. What do you mean by sinful births? Like, how can births be sinful?
Okay. What is Divyansh's query?
Sir, I wanted to say even this verse means that, O Arjuna, whoever takes refuge in me, no matter if one is a woman, a merchant, a worker, and even people of evil births, they shall attain the ultimate goal.
Okay. So this, I think then we will not able to complete, but I will explain this in depths then. This verse is taken in a wrong way by people who don't understand what is meant by this. Okay, then I will take time and explain you. See, sinful birth means doesn't mean that the birth can't be sinful. No birth can be sinful. But for example, Prahlada story, you know, he was born in a family where Hiranyakashipu was an enemy of Vishnu. So that is where sinful birth means he can be born in a family where they don't allow chanting of God, or they don't allow anything to do with spirituality. That is why it's called Papa Yonihi.
Ma'am, sir, is like a birth in which you see many sins being committed.
Correct. So in a birth, yeah. Darshil, you have raised hand. You want to say something? Okay. So sinful birth means that way, not the birth as such is not going to be sin. But like Prahlada, even being in that birth, he came through the mother.
Family he was born to, that was like a sin.
Yeah. So, but still he got moksha. He got liberated because he was completely surrendering to Lord Vishnu, because his supreme goal was only Lord Vishnu. Now the second part here, woman. For that, woman or Vaishyas means the merchants, and Shudra. This is not meaning to the what we understand, the external self. See, in every human being, do you understand there is a brain? Agrees? All agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then the brain is divided into the right half and left half. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now,
I agree. I agree.
okay, mute. So, in the right and left half, there are some characters which are like the right half brain is very creative, very intuitive, big. Always it will have some kind of, to do something very creative and take passion, all that, which is equating to a feminine side of the human being. Left brain is always logical. It won't do things without understanding well. Analytical. It won't praise someone just like that. It wants proof. It will be always in a straight way. It doesn't think laterally. Such type of left brain is confined to masculinity of the human part. So every brain is divided into female and male. Though externally I am a male, I have both parts. That is called yin and yang. Also, this is a Chinese way, but also in us, it is, sattvic and rajasic. All that type of part, or male or female. So that is what is referred by Krishna here, the woman in you. So even though you have this less advantageous part of being little emotional rather than rational, even those people who surrender to Lord will go to ultimately to moksha. Second is the Vaishyas. Vaishyas also is in the same way. It is the Vaishya means not the people who are doing the job as Vaishyas, merchants. It is the nature who has Vaishyas, those who want to do Rajasic things, those who want to acquire things. But even ultimately acquiring and then giving to Lord, they will get liberated. And lastly, the Shudras, the Tamasic people, those who don't do anything, those who are lazy. Those lazy people who finally actually surrender to Lord will finally ultimately reach to Lord. I think this ends our time. So I will request again Akash to please summarize our class today, and we will come back to the class next time. Akash?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, friends, for your beautiful explanation and stories. Thank you, Sachin sir, for your invaluable inputs and guidance. Thank you, Rama ma'am, for your amazing explanation of how to chant the shlokas. Next week, we will take up some more verses of Bhagavad Gita and listen to some more stories. That will bring us to the end of today's class. We will chant the shloka to end our class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sadgurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Thank you very much, children. See you next class. Next
Thank
class,
you, sir.
I'll 100%
Thank you, sir.